Hey guys, before we get on with this video, I gotta tell you about the AutoMeter DASHLINK. This is a very simple device that goes in your onboard diagnostic port and Bluetooths to any iOS or Android device. And what it does is it turns your phone into a complete gauge pack, diagnostic pack, and data logging pack. So you get gauges, you get performance information, you get lap times, accelerometer, diagnostic information, it scans codes. It literally is an all-in-one computer, everything you need to know for your car. It's really cool, it's very affordable. Hit the link in the description and check it out for yourself. I've been playing with it all day and it's really neat. Good morning, everybody. As you can tell by the title of the video you clicked on, this one is going to be a treat. This is a D, and thank you for joining me, sir.
No problem.
With your 1991 Ferrari Testarossa. These cars are so cool. King of the 80s, this car was. And, you know, they took their uncool dip, and then they are on their way back through ironic cool onto true cool.
Yeah.
And tell me about this car.
I love it. You know, it's people love seeing it. People always, you know, get a kick out of it. It's a car that's, you know, it's not the easiest to drive, but it's definitely rewarding.
Well, it's got a very strange driving position. Steering wheel tilted away from you, pedals way offset to the right, dogleg first gear, which actually to go into first is really in my leg. I don't know about you. It's a strange driving position, but the car was clearly styled first, and then they were like, no, we put that interior, you know. Really interesting color combo as well. Red over tan with a chocolate brown dash. It's very interesting, but flat 12 engine. Was it 375 new?
375.
375 horsepower, but I mean, and a car phone that has Bluetooth through it. So it's actually a working car phone.
Yep, working car phone.
I drove a car recently that had a car phone, and I was like, you gotta make it work, but yours works,
yes.
Which is great. Well, shall we then?
Let's do it.
Oh, what a treat this is going to be. Oh, smooth, easy clutch. Can we go windows back up? We're gonna cook, but we gotta do it. Oh, buddy. Gated shifters are the jam. This car is very wide in the back, and you can tell it is the end of the Testarossa line because it has two mirrors.
Yeah.
The original ones had the one mirror. Man, these cars were really underappreciated for what, about 10 years now.
Too long.
Too long because the cars were cheap, but the parts were expensive, and so people stopped driving them. Now the cars are coming back up. Can we get some vent going on, maybe?
Sure. Not
too much fan so we can still hear, but there's no power steering in this car, right?
No
power steering at all, which is very interesting. Oh, listen to that. That is just, that is the greatest. This car been modified at all? Or?
There's an exhaust system, XOS exhaust system in the back, and that's why it sounds a little poppier, a little louder.
It's definitely poppier and cracklier. Well, I drove one of these for about 15 minutes 10 years ago. I don't remember it being this good.
It's very rewarding. It's very rewarding.
Yeah. Is it horrible in traffic?
It's not too bad, and power steering and not having power steering is not too bad. Once you get used to everything, you kind of just relax into it. For me, it's like, it's no problem.
The brake pedals are nice and tight. That's good. What size tires are these things?
There's just the stock tires.
It's like a 245 front and a 305 rear or something.
I think so, yeah.
The sound it makes is really, really delightful. Well, it's actually a little more normal than the Countach, which I drove a couple of years ago. The Countach on a road like this is spectacular. In traffic, it's a nightmare.
Right.
The visibility in this car is quite a bit better than I expected. Those rear three-quarter windows are very helpful. And this one, which you said has about 38,000 miles on it,
yes,
seems to have held up well. Have these seats been recovered or anything?
Just taken care of.
Just
good
reconditioning.
Just good maintenance. Yeah, just good maintenance. Good upkeep.
How long have you had it?
I've had this car for about 6 months at this point.
Oh, not so long.
No, not too long.
Oh. Is this your childhood dream car? You seem
yes.
like about my age.
Yes, it is. It was. I mean, I had the poster of this and the Countach on my wall.
Yeah, the white with the white ones.
White on white on
yeah.
white. Between the two cars, this is the one that seemed right as far as price and definitely drivable.
Oh, sorry, I was a little off on that one.
No problem. And definitely drivable. You can drive it
drivable.
and enjoy it, and you can see everything around you. Change lanes, no problem. It's not, it's doable.
And compared to the 512 Boxer that this thing, you ever drive a Boxer?
No, I haven't.
They drive like farm trucks. They don't drive good at all. This is quite lovely. I love Ferrari 80s gauges.
Mm-hmm.
They're so like simple and just purposeful and just the 4 things you need to know. Come to think of it, you don't even have a fuel gauge. It's just a light.
It's
down there.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
That's out of the way.
That's out of the way.
That's out of the way.
Yeah. You get used to all those little idiosyncrasies in this car.
Well, speaking of idiosyncrasies, let's just for a minute, I told you before the video, but I have a friend who will not be named, who about 8 or 9 years ago, when these things were really at the bottom of the market, bought a TR for $40,000. Thought he was getting a great deal. Beautiful car, British Racing Green.
Okay.
He blew the gearbox the 3rd week, and he hasn't driven the car since because the gearbox replacement was more than the cost of the car.
Yes, it's a problem. You have to be careful with a car. You have to make sure it's well maintained, and you will have surprises from time to time. But I feel like if this is my second one,
is it?
Yes, this is my second Testarossa, and as long as it's well maintained, I feel pretty confident in the car.
Most 80s Ferraris are better the more you drive them.
Yes.
So if you put some miles on the car, keep the seals moisturized, keep the fluids turning. I've seen some high mile ones that run amazing, and then you see some museum queen ones that are just a disaster.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So your second one, so what happened with the first one?
I made the mistake of selling it because I wanted to get something else, and then I missed it ever since.
What did you have in the interim?
I had a Porsche.
Which you went back.
Which I loved, but I just missed this car. There's always something about this car. If I ever saw one on the road and I didn't own it, it's like seeing your ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
You feel
it's
one
like
that you
seeing
miss.
your ex-girlfriend
One that
hooking
you
up
miss.
with David Beckham.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. And so now I have her again, and I'm not letting it go.
Listen, 6,000, 7,000. Oh wow, 7,000 is the place to be, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good day for me. God, these are the best. This is so much better than I remember this car being. I don't remember this car being as lively, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to knock other Ferraris, but when I bought my first one, I drove a 348.
Oh, what a pig.
Really didn't like it.
Hold on. Oh, yeah. Well, if that doesn't sell you right there. Oh, that was I didn't miss. Should I be double clutching in this car?
No, you're fine. You're okay. It happens.
Sorry about that. I apologize.
No problem. But the 340 just wasn't for me, and then I drove this and I fell in love.
The turning radius isn't bad, is it?
It's not too bad.
It's
not too bad. Once you get used to everything, like I said, it all falls into place and it's okay.
So has this one been reliable because you've been driving it and taking care of it?
Yeah, incredibly reliable. I mean, just, little normal things that you have to deal with, but nothing crazy.
That is spectacular. What a neat car. And what's so weird is when you look at the driving position, when you're standing outside of the car, you go, well, that's not going to work. But then you actually sit in it, and it's really not so bad.
No.
I had exactly the same reaction to the 308. 308, I was like, well, it's like a Grumman pizza delivery vehicle, and then you sit in it and you go, well, strangely, this makes some sense.
Yeah, and what I learned week 2 of owning the car the first time, which was one of the best features of the car, is the horn, because it is super Italian. Nobody can take you seriously. I've had to use it seriously, and I cannot.
They just go, wow, this is, man, you're making me love the TR, bro. You know what I really like is the leather on the steering wheel. Are you with me on that one?
Oh, yeah.
Something about the leather on this steering wheel
I love
is
this.
so lovely in my hands.
I love the interior. It's super simple but beautiful and elegant. It's Italian, and I just really love it.
They have figured out materials on interiors. They really have. Even for 80s, the stitching is really good in this. I don't even want to say anything for the next 60 seconds. I'm just going to drive.
That's no problem.
God damn, is this good? Oh, just listen to that.
And I'm sure nobody's wondering, but the AC does work. So
It does. It's blowing
that's not
cold.
bad.
Yeah, it's blowing cold. And with this flat engine, what's so interesting about it, and since you've had a Porsche, you know, there's no vibrations in the cabin because of the engines, because it's horizontally opposed.
Right.
It's very refined.
And it's like a 180-degree V. But yeah, it's a flat. Basically, you could call it a flat 12.
180-degree V is a flat, I have to say.
Previous owner had flat 12 as the license plate.
Oh, that's a good plate.
There you go.
Oh, buddy. This is the jam. I totally get it. It even has like good balance on throttle at the mid-corner, which for a car that's like so ass wide and, you know, and narrow up front.
I think this car performs and it's unexpected a lot of times with a lot of people. They don't expect to get what they get out of it. I just love it.
Well, I don't want to take it to a track day. I want to drive it at 8/10. At 8/10, it seems magnificent.
Yeah, and the canyons.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's excellent.
And for a long time, the Testarossa was considered so crass, but now if you have one, you're a man of taste.
Yeah, if you pull up next to a nice new Lamborghini in this car,
Yeah.
people like this car
You
more.
are a man of taste.
Yep.
7K does not get old, bro. Whoa, wow. What an experience this is. What a treat.
Yeah, and I can drive this car if I feel like up to San Francisco and not worry about it. I know it can make it. I know it's all right.
That's amazing.
And it's fun.
Hell yeah, it's fun. Easy to heel toe, even. I'm shocked that I wouldn't have thought that the offset pedals I would have thought would be much more difficult, but actually the box, the edge of it makes for kind of a nice little dead pedal, doesn't it?
Once you get used to everything, that's why I said it all falls into place.
It just looks like it wouldn't make sense at all, and for some reason it does.
And there's nothing like a gated shifter.
Nothing on earth. This is spectacular. Oh, you know what we're doing right now?
What's that?
We're inflating prices on this car. This drive is so funny because I'm so spoiled with these cars. But every time I drive one, it prices it just out of my reach.
You know, I mean, Ferrari dealerships, Ferrari Beverly Hills, years ago they wouldn't have sold the car, touched the car. Now they sell the car. Now
Right. Now it goes in the showroom.
Yeah.
Wow. Does this car get you in the cool kids club at Ferrari Beverly Hills, or do you need to be buying 4
You know, I really think this car is always the cool kids club, and I just think it has more style than the newer ones, and it says something when you drive this car, like you love to drive, and it's a great car.
Well, first off, it says I'm willing to take the risk of a horrific maintenance nightmare
That's true.
in order to
Yep.
be this engaged with the driving
Or
experience.
standard dropping the engine maintenance, you know? Yeah.
That is so unbelievable. For a second, I thought that was the police, but that's not. That's a news crew. What are they doing? I don't care, but wow! A D! That is such a special thing. What a treat. Thank you so much for that.
Of course.
That's unreal. This is so much better than I remember it being. I don't know why I didn't think it was that good back in the day. This is amazing.
It's my favorite one.
This is great. Oh, I want one so badly. Oh my God, that was just, thank you for bringing that out.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate that. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. That is just lovely. And I want a wallet made out of whatever this steering wheel is wrapped in, because this leather is the finest steering wheel leather I think I've ever felt. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. And thank you. And I'll see you later. Woo!